Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dani. It's been a while, my voice. Yes, y'all, my voice is finally back. Yes, I'm better now. The girl been going through everything. For the past few days, you couldn't hear a thing. Honestly, weeks, because
It was more than just a few days.
I've been wanting to have this conversation for a while now, but it's gonna be a little sensitive for some people. Some people might take it out of whatever I'm trying to say. I'm not a relationship therapist. This is just what I learned and what I've seen and what I've took from my past relationship. And just basically, people grow up, people learn, people change. Overall, these are just things that I wouldn't do dating, or I would do differently, if that makes sense. So let's have a chat while I do my skincare. My skin have been acting out the past few days or few weeks, but I feel like every time I travel a lot, especially when I travel back to back, my skin always do a big one. I have to literally do a whole skin reset for about a month for me to get it to acting right. But I have so much plans, especially with traveling. It's gonna have to keep acting out. I don't know what it is, in a different area or using different water. I don't know, it always breaks out. It's getting better now, but still, it's just like, geez. But luckily, I posted about this on Instagram when I got back from Philly. I received 2 skincare packages, another package when I got back from St. Louis. I think I received another package, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm definitely grateful and thankful for the opportunity to receive all these skincare that have been helping my skin. So I'm gonna show you all the products that I'm using, why I'm using it, and why we're having this conversation. It's been a while since I actually did sit down talking videos, but I feel like I'm about to start doing more of these. I've been using this every day on my skin, and I feel like it have been doing wonders. Dating or relationship, obviously, it's different for everybody. It's not going to be the same. What works for me in my relationship, it's probably not going to work for you. And what works for you may not work for me. What you think is fun to do with somebody else, I may not appreciate that. I may think that's, I don't know, not okay, or whatever the case is. But I just feel like relationship is trial and error, and that's why people need to be dating with intention and not just dating for the plot, or dating just because you obsessed with that person, or dating just because you like the person. You shouldn't just date just because you like a person. Yes, you should like the person, that's the first step, but you should actually have intention towards that, if that makes sense. I have definitely been thinking about what dating with intention actually means for me and what that looks like, and it could look like different things for different people. It depends on how you move when you're dating and what you like. Obviously, we're not the same, so it's not going to be the same. That's why I'm like, I'm just chatting. Don't take anything I say in this video too personal, because it's not. But I do feel like a lot of people throw around the word dating with intention, or I'm just dating, or I'm trying to get to know this person. For me, I feel like that means you're thoughtful about what you want to build with the person, rather than you just doing something just because, oh, I feel like a lot of couples do this, so I want to do this. Does that make sense? No. Another thing I want to talk about is not expecting anything from anyone that you wouldn't do. I feel like that applies to a lot of stuff, not just relationship. If you're not willing to communicate with me, what makes you think I should be willing to communicate with you? If you're not putting in that much effort, then don't expect the person to put in more than what you're putting in. That should be common sense, but I feel like people don't do that. Honestly, I used to be one of them girls where I will have a list in my head of things that I want my partner to do and not do. I'm not saying keep track, but I would keep tabs a little bit. Is this man is he staying in line, or is he getting out of the... So I feel like that's not honestly needed. If you were to tell somebody that you're not looking for anything, would you expect that person to call you every day? Would you expect that person to text you every day? Would you expect that person to do anything really? He did this nice gesture for me. Would you expect any of that? And if you say yes, you have a problem, sister. I'm not gonna lie. And that also applies to guys, because if you already are not being committed, if you're already doing all these little sneaky little what make you think you can question what she have going on? Overall, I just feel like you should know what you're offering in a relationship. You should know what you bring to the table. But me personally, I would not sleep on the phone every day just because I'm building a relationship. Now, occasionally, yes, I will. Obviously, every time you and your partner want to watch a movie, or you're having a really deep conversation, you end up sleeping on the phone. Or if you're a long distance and it's like, you're not here, I really miss you today, you really miss me today, we need to talk, we need to stay on the phone. I understand that, but sleeping on the phone every day with someone, I just cannot. I just cannot. Even talking 24/7 on the phone, you're on FaceTime back to back. I don't know what it is. That is so draining to me. I just can't not handle that, because I don't even have no time to really miss you. Even though I do miss you, I don't miss you as much as you miss me, because we're on the phone and we're not even talking. It'd be like, you're not even saying anything. Y'all really don't got nothing to say because you're just on the phone so much. I understand long distance is hard, but I feel like people makes it way more complicated. And I never understood this till I actually was in a long distance relationship at an older age than I was the first time, because my high school relationship, we didn't even really date in person. For as soon as we got together, he had to move. So when he moved, we was long distance, and then whatever happened, we officially broke up. And I thought long distance was so hard. I would never do long distance again over my dead. I would never do that. And a day, long distance is hard. I'm not saying it's not, but I feel like people just overthink it a little bit. Relationships shouldn't feel like it's a requirement. Like, I just personally wouldn't create any routine or any like that I wouldn't continue. That's part of my problem. I created a routine that I know I wasn't capable of continuing. I wasn't capable of staying on the phone 24/7, sleeping on the phone every night. If that's your way of saying you're making sure that I'm not doing anything, and that's my way of saying I'm making sure that you're not doing anything after you say goodnight to me and I say goodnight to you, you got a problem, I got a problem, we both got a problem. And guess what? This needs to be a done deal, because why do I need to feel like I have to keep tabs on you just for you to act right? I don't understand that. I don't get it. Because just think about it. If you were to not sleep on the phone for whatever reason, even if it's something as little as I fall asleep and you're still up, now you're like, oh, you didn't stay up for me before you go to bed? She probably talking to somebody else, or I'm like, you probably entertaining somebody else. That is just not needed. And probably the whole time I'm watching TV, or I fall asleep, or I just feel like relationships just have so much expectation these days. It's actually very much insane. For me, I feel like two people need to be very comfortable in the relationship in order for the relationship to work. I know you have a life, I have a life. So why would I want to stay on the phone 24/7, holding you back from doing whatever you have to do, or keeping tabs on you so you don't do something else? If you have to do all that, sister, I don't know. I would get tired. I would get bored of that relationship, because we don't do nothing else but staring at each other's faces. For me, a good morning call, not even a text, because I feel like if we're already not going to be on the phone all day, I would at least want you to call. We check in, we go out separate ways. You check in Mayday, see how your person doing. Cool, you're good, I'm good. Cool. We call at night. We will have a lot of stuff to talk about. We have something to look forward to when we call at night, because now we didn't spend all day on the phone telling each other how the day went, who don't piss us off, what did you eat. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. But if I'm on the phone with you 24/7 at nighttime, now I don't got nothing else to say. Now I'm bored. Now I want to go to sleep. Now you think I'm going to do something else because I don't want to stay on the phone. But no, that's not something that I strongly agree with. I feel like when you're in a relationship, that relationship shouldn't become your entire life. Let me explain. Don't fight. In a relationship, you should have your own goals. You should have your own friends. You should have something that you like to do, your own hobbies, whatever you like to do that you think was fun way before you met that person. Because you had a life before you met that person. So why would you stop what you have going on just because, oh, now we're in a relationship? And why would you expect that person to do the same? I think it's really emotionally draining when you're with someone that makes their relationship their new identity. Everything you do have to include them. Everything they do have to include you. Your friends become their friends. The whole world just literally stopped just because you're with that person. I do like my person meeting my friends and friends telling me, I think he's really good for you. I think he would treat you right. It's a really nice feeling. I feel like every girl wants that. I'm not trying to make my friends be your friends. I'm not trying to make your friends be my friends. Casually be able to hang out occasionally, not every time. I think two people should be able to build a life together that they want, but still have two separate lives. And I know this might be a little sensitive, but stop playing marriage, husband and wife, when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend. I think some people put marriage expectations when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, or relationship expectation when you're just situationship. What is situationship? How y'all even be coming up with all these terms and all these situationship talking stage? What is a talking stage? I personally don't want to play house with anybody. I feel like dating is when you're figuring out if you really like a person. Do your value, do it align with each other? Do you trust that person? Do you like how that person communicate? Do you like how that person act when they're angry? Do you like how that person treat you? Do you like how romantic, or like, I feel like that's when you learn. If you don't like it, you just come to a mutual agreement. I don't know who told y'all that cheating is the only way to break up. Then that person cannot be compatible and y'all can still break up. That's an option too, guys. Let's think outside the box. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but not every relationship have to end terribly. Because I'm the type of person, if we're done, I dislike you real bad. I don't care. Don't talk to me. We're not friends. We're not homeboy, homegirls. I am not your friend. Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. Over time, I just have to learn. Just some things, it's just not worth the energy. If y'all both know you're not compatible, and y'all both knew that, y'all been trying it didn't work out, both should be able to casually sit down and be like,
hey, I thought about this relationship. I thought about everything. And all of these things, it's not working out.
Now, if you want a relationship to really work out, obviously, yes, you're going to still try to find ways to hopefully change that person's mind. I used to always be like, if a relationship were to end and that person ever talked to me, I would never talk to you. I would never say anything. I just keep myself out of spaces that I don't want to see people. But at the same time, mature enough or grown enough to know that, hello, how are you? It's not going to kill nobody. If somebody were to say hello to me or ask me how, I'm not going to ignore them. You don't have that much access to me like you did. So the conversation is going to be short. We're having a reunion or we are reuniting. No, babe. I just feel like people should accept the fact that if your lifestyle does not match or align with whoever you're trying to work out with, it could be lifestyle, it could be religion, it could be job, it could be how the person act, how the person think. I don't know, y'all. It could be anything. Cheating is not the only reason, or betrayal is not the only reason your relationship should end. If all the things that you say you wouldn't accept from a guy, that guy is doing it to you, what does that say? It's over. My baby is over. It's over. sometimes maybe the wrong person, right time. I don't remember if it was my mom that told me this, but I remember somebody told me, if you start lying to the people you care about on how your person is treating you or how the relationship is treating you, it's time for you to get out of the relationship. Because think about it, if that person was treating you exactly how you want to be treated, dream guy would do for you, or your dream girl would do or act or however, reverse that. You would tell your family, you would tell everyone how good that person is to you. But if you're getting your ass beat at night, or calling you out of your names, or just a whole bunch of other stuff that personally, that you have your values, you're like, I would never accept this from nobody, but you're getting that, and then your family or your close friends are asking you, oh, how is your relationship, or how is things, and you're lying, but you know what you're going through. How would you stay? People need to definitely start learning when it's time to leave and when it's approachable to stay and bear the problems. Because I'm not saying relationship is perfect, but respectfully, no relationship is going to kill me. It's not. No relationship is going to kill me. If I feel like I'm not being treated how I deserve to be treated, I'm going to leave. If I know I'm getting energy from you that you don't want this to work out, I'm going to leave. I don't care, because who do I look like? Some things they learn from it. Some things you have to just learn and let go. The sooner you learn that, the better. Don't even double track too. I came a long way. Don't double track either. If you move, you go. Don't go back. Don't. This generation, version, or way of dating. Meet a person. You both have interests. You get to talking stage, then it's situationship, then it's dating, then it's like the actual relationship, I guess. Well, no, I guess the dating will be the actual relationship. Why I think communication is very important. Oh guys, I just spilled my moisturizer. I don't think label is really the problem here. I feel like understanding that phrase, I live strongly by that phrase. If you wanted to, you would. And that's like with any family, friends, relationships. It doesn't matter. If you wanted to, you would. Because you make time for things that you care about. You make time for things that you love. Nobody is too busy. Trust me, sister. Pay attention to not falling in love or not liking the potential of someone. The sooner you learn this, it will help you in so many ways. I promise. Another thing, I would say be very mindful of when to meet your partner, family, and friends. I feel like there's a good balance and there's a good, not everyone you ever talk to or interested in or have a talking stage with or dating should meet your family. It's okay. There's some people that you talk to and nobody should ever know that you ever talk to them, because guess what? We just didn't work out. Nobody gotta know. It's that simple. People drag things out and make it way more than it needs to be. Really do be mindful of what you say to your family about your relationship. If you know you're gonna go back and accept that, just don't say it out loud. Don't waste the time and energy of nobody, because you're already going back. It's okay. You're already accepting it. You're okay with it. And I learned this, but I feel like I learned it the hard way. Like this phrase that I'm a lover girl, but I'm also a leaver. I don't care. I will leave. You're not going to mistreat me and expect me to bear the mistreatment just because I love you. That does not work over here. If I'm being mistreated just because you think that that's your way of showing me you love me and I'm supposed to stay through thick and thin, I'm not staying through thick and thin. When I learn when to leave, the better for me. I already learned that, so that's great. You should learn that. There was a time I was in a relationship that I feel like I was changing myself in so many ways. And it's crazy because when you're in that type of relationship, you don't really recognize what's going on and how deep it actually is until you actually think about it. I do think you can love someone and still be willing to walk away and love them from a distance because you love yourself more. Because guess what? You should always love yourself more in a relationship. I don't think anybody would ever choose anyone else over themselves. Why would you even choose somebody else? If somebody walk up to you right now and say, who's the most prettiest girl in the entire world, what would you say? I'm gonna say me. Is that too self-centered? I don't think it is. I'm gonna say me. Respect and love shouldn't require you to abandon yourself or abandon the things that you love to do or the things that you used to like to do before you met that person, just because you're trying to save the relationship and trying to save the dynamic of that relationship. The sooner you realize that you can love someone and still be ready to get the hell out of there because they're not good for you, the better. I don't think long distance is actually the real issue when it comes to dating. People actually not wanting to date anyone outside of wherever they live. I think the main thing is intention, because you clearly have to trust your partner 100% in order for it to work. That's one. And you guys are still connected in a way, even though you're not seeing each other every day. I feel like that's way more strong connection rather than you seeing each other every day and being around each other every day. Because I feel like you just probably like that person and want to be around that person every day because they're right there. Where I learned that you can live two separate lives and still love a person that have a completely different life than you. But it's about the intention that both of you have. Are you wanting the same thing that she's wanting? Is she wanting the same thing that you wanting? Are y'all both aligning your values together? Is it even going to work or is not? Another thing I will say is transparency, honest. Let's say your partner went to the store to go buy something. For whatever reason, somebody flirted with him. But he said to the person that he's in a relationship, and the conversation was left as that, and the person apologized and walked away. He comes home and you ask him, oh, where did you go? And he's like, I went to the store and I got you this, that, that. But he didn't tell you that somebody just flirted with him in the store before when he was at the store. Is he lying to you? Is he lying to you, or is he telling the truth? That's where transparency comes in, because he should be able to naturally say to you, babe, guess what? This one lady tried to talk to me in the store. I told her I got a girlfriend. Obviously, there is a limit. Do your partner like to know that every little details about stuff? That's where two people cannot be compatible and two people can be compatible. And you just have to know who you with and how your person are. Also, I'm the type of person I believe in your partner shouldn't know every single thing about you, because it's impossible for a person to know every single detail about somebody else. You should be able to tell your partner stuff like that. But if it's something that always is occurring back to back, if your partner is just very good looking and very attractive and everybody want to get a piece of him or her, and everybody's hitting on them, and you obviously know that, I don't think it would feel good for you to tell your partner every single time if somebody tells you, oh, this guy thought my hair looked pretty, oh, this girl thought my muscles look good in the gym. It's not needed. I feel like that's where you and your partner got to figure out what works for y'all. That's just what works for me, baby. I don't want to know every single details, but I want you to be transparent as possible, that you're comfortable on sharing whatever it is, if that makes sense. I think transparency means not intentionally hiding anything from someone just because you think it's going to hurt their feelings, or you think they're not going to like it, and you think the information will affect us. I don't think transparency is like you reporting every single detail. Any girl that look your way and give you a smile, you got to go report that. No, nobody will want to hear that every day. I don't. Do y'all? You have to keep tabs on every single thing they got going on, who they're with, who they're around, every single details. That relationship is not going to work. I just feel like the respect from your partner and the response from your partner, that should matter in your relationship. Because if somebody come and approach your partner, they obviously don't know they're in a relationship. Just because I'm in a relationship, it's not written on my forehead that I got a boyfriend. Just because I'm single, it's not written on my forehead that I'm single. Somebody have to come up to approach you, and your response is going to be the issue to that relationship. Am I going to feel like you're respecting me, or am I going to feel like you are initiating the conversation to continue even more? I feel like loyalty shouldn't be based off you being scared that you'll get caught. Learning how your person receives love or gives love. I think I used to always say my love language was physical touch, and it still is, but I think it's more than just physical touch, and you wouldn't know that until you obviously learn to love yourself more. It's words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gift, receiving. I'm definitely big on acts of service because I'm gonna do it myself, or I'm not gonna ask for help type of person. And I don't even mean that I don't get help from no one. It's just like, naturally, if I ask you to do something for me and you don't go do that right away, in my mind, I gotta go do that. So I'm not gonna beg you, because I barely even wanted to ask you to begin with. So now I gotta go do it. I know she's not gonna ask me for this, but I'm gonna just do it just because I know it's gonna make her happy. I just don't think no one wanna be in a relationship where they have to beg or consistently ask someone to show up for you or ask someone to do something for you. Nobody wanna do that. That's why you need to learn your person and learn what they like, because what you used to do to your ex or what your ex was okay with is not gonna fly here. Just because your ex didn't care about flowers doesn't mean I'm not gonna care about flowers. Just because you only used to take your ex out every once a month or whatever, I don't freaking know how these relationships are working, but just because you used to do that for someone, they were okay with it, or you didn't really do much, doesn't mean you finna not do much over here. Consideration is one of the most underrated part of relationship. This mascara is from Maybelline, but yo, it's so freaking good. Anyways, consideration is definitely a big thing for me. It is, and I used to overlook it myself, and I think a lot of people do. You expressing these days to someone how you feel about something, they automatically are either defending themselves, barely acknowledging the fact that they actually did that, and just telling you they didn't mean that. But it's like, you didn't mean that, but it happened, and that's how I feel, and that's what it is. Least you can do is at least apologize. Let's start there. Do you care about consistency? Because I definitely care about consistency. Don't start anything you're not going to finish. If I'm receiving flower every week, I better continue giving that flower for the rest of my life. I think me watching my girlfriend and my grandma, how they are with each other, show me that consistency is a big thing. Every day, I kid you not, my grandpa get my grandma a slushy cup, a cooked slushy, because that's what she likes and that's what she will always get. And that may not seem like a big deal to y'all, but for me, it's a big deal. With me being from a different country, in another country, and had to start over and adapt and just create a whole nother life for myself, begging somebody to understand you will be your worst nightmare. You got to think about it. Two different ways of communicating. If you grow up in two different areas, the way I understand someone may not be how you understand someone. I'm the type of person, if I'm saying I need a little minute, give me some space. Give me 10. I need to step away to talk to myself. I talk to myself. I'm sorry. Some people are like, they don't talk to themselves. That's scary. I'm not saying I'm walking in public talking to myself, but I can sit in my room and have a full conversation with me. Is that crazy? That's why I feel like telling your partner how you like to be loved, how you like to give love, how you like to communicate. And I used to be the type of girl to say, I'm not going to tell you how to love me, but now it's like, I'm going to actually tell you how to love me. I'm not going to force you to love me. I'm not going to beg you to love me. I'm not going to make you do things that I'm telling you, but I'm going to tell you what I like. It's up to you to make that arrangement on whatever you got going on. And if you don't, that just give me the answer that I need. Like the way you was brought up with communication shouldn't decide how you communicate now. Growing up, I didn't really have the opportunity to express if anything is upsetting me. Sometimes my dad will ask me privately, just me and him will talk, and then he'll be like, oh, what's wrong? Or asking me or checking up on me. But in a typical African household, you don't get to just shut up. You don't get to speak. You don't get to shut it down. Shut it down, please, because they don't really ask if this is upsetting. If you're African watching this video, you will know. Naturally, I'm not going to speak up about it till you ask me, because that's how I was brought up. But I had to learn that's not normal and that's not okay. And me using the excuse, that's how I was brought up, I don't know how to express myself. I will tell you, I don't know how to express myself, but I don't shut up. If you did something that pissed me off, I'm going to tell you pissed me off. I'm going to try to tell you in the most respectful way as possible. That'll just be ready to hurt somebody's feelings, to break the news to them about how they hurt your feelings. But the thing is, for me, if you know your partner and you know how they are, if they come to you with something upsetting that they did or that you did to them, you shouldn't be defensive about anything. You should be calm, collective. If you have an issue with how they're telling you, you can tell them after that. I feel like when you conflict people about your own issue or how they treated you in the past or what you was already thinking about saying to them before they come to you, you are not validating their feelings. And dating with intention doesn't mean rushing. I feel like, to me, dating with intention, it's like slowing down the whole relationship process, giving yourself time to fully observe this person, know who they are, who they're going to be, how they are if they're upset, how they are with other people, other women, how they are when you're not around. Obviously, you're not going to know what they do when you're not there, but are they understanding? Are they respectful? Are they even compatible? Are they consistent? Because there's a lot of questions that need to be asked, and I think sometimes we do get ahead of ourselves and we skip a lot of things, me being included. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not perfect at it. It's trial and error, but you also just gotta be willing to walk away when it's time for you to walk away. Don't think relationship have a rule book of what's good and what's not good and what's perfect and what's not perfect. Some of y'all might think me not wanting to sleep on the phone every night with a man might be an issue. Me not wanting to talk to him 24/7 is an issue, but I don't think that's an issue. That's why what works for you may not work for me. Are you both willing to put in the same amount of effort to make this relationship work? And sometimes it's okay to say no, it's not going to work. And sometimes it's okay to say yes, this is going to work out. And if you disagree with some of the things I said, let me know what you disagree with and let's talk about it. Because I love, but in this generation, baby, I don't know, sister. Anyways, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Make sure to comment and subscribe, and bye, you guys.